Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Right here from Signature Esports. This is Jason with the Not Ready for Sunday Night Racing Version 2 Truck Series. We're at Legacy Pocono, and we're going to have a lot of fun as everybody starts to get loaded in, and we're a little early than we normally are, so you guys get to see everything as it is. Show you the starting grid after qualifying. Jay Jordan is going to be your pole sitter. Shane Shepard's going to be outside in that first row, starting second, so your front pole looks like that. Stuart Peterson in the 121 is going to start inside row 2. Dots or Don Fryman in the number 36 going to start outside row 4. And Daniel Severson in the 009 is going to be inside 5th place. And Cody Rawlings, number 13, outside row 3. And the rest of the field, the 18, just gets in, didn't get to put in a qualifying lap, and then get 2 more vehicles back here. So we'll take a look at that as everything starts to pick itself back up. Change the ticker around just a little bit. If this one doesn't work, we'll pull up another one later. Working on backup channels and systems and stuff like that. Had a GPU issue yesterday, so we appreciate everybody out there, of course, and always watching the race. Transition over so you can see what is going on up there. As pace car is getting ready to get off, we're going to go and watch these guys pace around. Long pace laps right here. There is Mr. Dots getting started. Your pole sitter right there, the number 19. Things are kind of moved over a little bit. So while we pace around, I'm going to put you on a long transition. I think I'm going to switch some stuff around real quick. We got started a little bit earlier than I expected, and we will be back with you in just a second. All right, back to it. Get ready to come around turn 4 and 5 onto the front stretch. And you're going to see everybody tighten back up as they're going to go green flag racing in just a little bit. Long look at the front stretch right there. I'm sorry, that was the back of 2 and 3. Now they're getting into 3 and 4, or 4 and 5. Pocono, the tricky triangle right here. One of my favorite racetracks to see live. There isn't as much seating out there as you would think, but still a lot of fun to be at, and definitely a great racetrack to see. But we're going green flag racing right here as the 19 of Jay Jordan out front in that Chevy. Chevys are predominantly better on the super speedways statistically in actual racing, but that doesn't mean anything here. It is all about the drive. The 19 of Jay Jordan out front, for Shane Shepard right behind him in that blue, baby blue, looks like a Carolina blue. Speaking of Carolina blue, up to 4th place right now, looks like Jake Elrod right outside of Dots in that 36 machine. Watching us live on all the channels out there, coming into the back of the triangle. Oh, Dotson. 36 kind of get into each other there. I saw that. No caution out just yet, as things still progressively work going back in September. Oh, everybody's into it. All over the place. Caution is out. Holy goodness gracious. As we saw that take place. Huge wreck on the first lap right here. 75 laps to be completed. As now Peterson is in the lead with the 009 of Severson out there. Gallinger out there as well, the 44. Looking to be looking like he's a race leader. So we'll see how this goes. Take a look at everybody meeting up with the pace car, and we'll go back to take a look at what happened there as soon as I find that screen. Timing screen coming up. Looking at the session events. How's everybody doing out there watching on twitch.tv/JL follow if you have not followed there yet. Facebook on the Not Ready for Sunday Night Racing Facebook League version 2. And then we're also on Signature Esports Facebook page, and then of course right now here on YouTube at Signature Esports as well. So check everything out right there and see what happened. We'll have to do it the hard way. Here is what happened in the front with the 4 going down low, the 19 trying to run the line, and the 14 kind of just came straight up into the 19 right there. Didn't brake hard enough as they were going in. He was going into the turn, and that's what turned that. So your replay right there, and I was trying to go back up and see the contact before then, and I don't have that replay, so apologize about that, but we saw a little bit going on right there as we're going to go back to live conditions as everybody's on pit road getting fixed. You see them all right there. Some resets happening after tows. So on that one reset that they have, gets them a brand new truck. So everybody's going to race off pit road right here and try to catch back up to the leaders. And we're going to see what happens there. That is pit lane. We're not brought to you by Crown Royal, but back in September we see, appreciate everybody right there, the 121 driving in the grass, cleaning off the tires. There is Gallinger, who came to pit road, now getting back out there. There is your race leader, Mr. Peterson, in the 121, doing a great job of getting out of the way of the damage that happened. Hope everybody's having a good time out there. We are right here for everybody. Lap 3 completed under caution right here at the Tricky Triangle, POCONO International Speedway. Super speedway for you, or it's still considered a speedway, but I consider it a super speedway personally, because of the speeds that can be ran here. Nine cars out there right now, as you see everything rocking and rolling. You also see the class of licenses out there. So we've got rookies all the way through B class. Some guys that used to be A class are up there as well, but no big deal on all of that. But to give me a big shout out there, the Tricky Triangle is doing everybody justice. Reminder to everybody out there on Facebook, go to our Facebook page, give us a like and share, and then also check out the new tournament that we have coming up on the 25th. $2,000 up for grabs, plus some, so $2,000 added into that tournament based on participants and, of course, and always sponsors out there. It is a 3-day tournament that's it's going to last pretty well. Friday evening into all of Saturday. It's a double elimination tournament, but we're going to finish everything up on Sunday afternoon and evening, right before we get to green flag racing right here again with the Not Ready for Sunday Night Racing League next Sunday, or the Sunday of the 27th. So check all of that out. I'm sorry, the 28th. So we're going to run start the 26th, and we're going to end on the 28th. And big old cup title to be had, and that's all building up for our big esports racing live convention that we're going to have down in Florida in January. So we're going to keep running those kinds of things, those kinds of races, have these guys earn some extra cash, and then we're going to go from there. Black Horse Racing duo right behind the race leader of 121. And now we're going green, green, green. One more time here at Pocono. 121 out front with 13 of Rawlings. Cody Rawlings on the outside. Corey Rawlings on the outside. We're going to say Rawlings so that way I don't mess anything up. But teammates passing everybody on the inside. 121 getting a large lead out front into turn 1 out in the exit of turn 2. As you see Klinger and Elrod right behind with Dots in the 36 right there in 4th place. 13 of Rawlings falling back to 5th. Things will update as we hit different tracks, so you see the relative up there. Continuous racing as everybody hits the back of the triangle, the arch of the triangle, and coming in to turn 4. On the exit of turn 5, 121 out over the race leader. Oh, gets a little bit loose right there on the exit, giving an opportunity for the 18 of Klinger to make an advantage. No drafting partner low on the 18, so the 121 is going to have to settle. So there's your new race leader. Tag on the wall from the 121, but Klinger is out front. Middle third high line with the 14 right there, running as well. 13 of Rawlings running a little bit higher line on the entrance of that turn. 44 of Gallinger catching back up as well. So there is your 1-2. Klinger out front by a nose. Jake Elrod, the 18, sitting there in 3rd place. 121 trying to make a move on the outside. 18 goes high. He's off the gas. We're going to ride around with the 121 for a little bit. Right in the gyro as you see him try to take the inside on the exit of turn 5. Right behind him right there. Good racing so far as we've had 3 lead changes. Ooh, runs the 18 up high just a little bit. The 18 was trying to carry that just a bit heavier. But Peterson now right there, given room, and looks to be your new race leader. There is Klinger and Elrod right there, trying to track him back down as the 121 takes the lead on lap 7. Long race to go. I'm going to grab my water. I'll be right back with you. Keep watching. Well, I am right back with you. A little bit about what's coming up tomorrow. You guys got to see that right there. We have our No Limit Racing Series going on tomorrow, and that is going to be a great race. We're going to be at Watkins Glen, so exciting racing to be happening with the ARCA Chevys. That is our goal. Localized cautions so that way everybody can make it through. A little loose on the turn right there coming to the front stretch of the 121. You see the rear end slide out, but catches himself and runs back into the lead. The 18 of Klinger and the 14 of Elrod right there, but the 44 of Gallinger goes all the way from 6th up to 4th place. That's my move so far. As you see everybody racing around the track trying to gain the advantage. Two teammates working together for two Toyotas. Klinger and Elrod from Black Horse Racing. Coming in into turn 3 on the exit. A little loose for Elrod right there, so the 44 of Gallinger is going to make that work for him. Running a higher line on the outside right there to come in for the 44. Two teammates working there. Top 4 right now. Exciting racing so far. Had that early caution. Now things have kind of worked themselves out. Long look at the backstretch right there. As see these racers hit the backside of turn 1, getting ready to come up to the triangle portion right there. Hard dive in for the 121. Patience is key here. And we will see what happens as we continue to go. Green flag racing right here. Lap 11 underway. Turn 4 into turn 5. All the way around to the front stretch. 18 of Klinger right there has something for his teammate. Gonna run to the inside of him. 44 trying to find out where he was going to go, if he was going to follow the high line or the low line over the two teammates right there. Ford, two Toyotas and a Chevy out front. Speaking of things that you can see out there, Josh Klinger, the number 18-year-old Duke engineering student. As you can tell, he's got that big old Duke logo right there. His partner right there, Jake Elrod, grew up in South Georgia and is a crop consultant, but he's also in college as well. Racing since he was about 5. As you see the 121 run high right there. Another racer, the number 4 out there. Let's follow along with him and see where Mr. Shepard is right there. Shane Shepard, 34 years old, out of Augusta, Georgia. He's been playing iRacing for about 2 months, driving that Toyota. And not any real racing experience, but he does. His dad drove Jack Starrett's race car hauler for a long time. So if you know that race name out there, a lot of people may or may not be racers, but when they get in here, they're all family. Great stuff going on so far as we're still continuing to tick away. That's the number 4 for you, and we're going to catch back up with our leaders. As the 121 has just given up the lead. Now the 14 of Elrod, who took second place over his teammate, as his teammate Klinger right behind him. Things kind of changed around, trying to do some driver stuff for you. Talk about these guys on these long 55-second laps. And currently, Black Horse Racing teammates out front. As the 44 gets a little bit loose. I don't know what was going on there as he was coming around the corner. Right rear damage, or right side damage on the 44. As he lets the 121 pass. He got loose back here and caught himself into the wall. So we don't know what happened there, but we'll keep an eye on him as things progress. Back up into the wall just a little bit again. It might really be affecting his drive line right there. Really see too much. Oh, the 121 up into the wall. Coming on the exit right there. You see his tires start to fade on these two. Have some issues going on. So the 44 Gallinger up into third place. 121 drops back. The interval from each other right there. That's what you see. Let's see if we can pull up the gap from the leaders. A 15-second lead over everybody's trying to make it work. Back to the teammates leading out front. There is Elrod and Klinger. Small race today. Everybody loves Pocono, but it is summer vacation, so folks are trying to do a little bit of both right now. Not bad, 10 drivers, 14 and 18. I don't know if they're just racing each other to race each other, be competitive, or if 18 is going to take the lead away from Elrod. You see him peek into the outside. The Toyotas work really well together. They draft each other very nicely. The 44 Gallinger up there. Looks like Peterson has gone off and become one lap down. So that means the 36. Don, the man, Fryman, right there in 5th place right now, as he's getting ready to pass the 121. And Mr. Rawlings, number 13, back there as well. Little right side damage as well. Whiskey River, right there on the back of the crinkled up bumper. That right side tires are big here at Pocono Raceway. You get those things damaged, those right sides. If you get them damaged, you can end up hurting yourself. And definitely, even in simulation racing, on these with iRacing, you can still get a flat tire from those kinds of things. So see where a little bit of side damage for the 14 right there, and a little rear bumper damage as well. But the 14 and 18 did a great job being out front as things come in. Pit strategy is going to have to work right here at Pocono Raceway. And we are still green flag running. Long race for everybody. uneventful evening for me, but for you guys get to watch these guys race very, very nicely. Two teammates out front by a huge stretch. Closest competitor, the number 44, Gallinger, running similar race times, but as you see it now, looks like the two teammates might battle it out just a little bit to see who's going to win. As Elrod leads out front now, or Klinger leads out front now, and Elrod decides to give the lead up to his teammate right there. We will see how they fight it out at the end. It's not everybody is okay with sitting behind their teammates. Ask Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski how it feels to be teammates sometimes. Watch those two duke it out time and time again. 18-14 out front, 44 of Gallinger in third. Dot's all the way up, Dot right there in fourth place, doing a great job of dodging some traffic there. Mr. Rawlings sitting in fifth. Jay Jordan and that number 19 machine in sixth place currently. Overcast clouds right here at Pocono Raceway as you see all that shadow making an effect. And definitely do know that these simulation racing games, they do produce elements. So if it starts raining, don't be surprised to see some little drops out there. All right, we're going to do the sounds of iRacing, because that's my thing. And crank up your volume if you like the sounds of engines. Pocono Raceway. You pull ahead, you pull ahead. First car off the lead lap. There's Jay Jordan. Everybody else is just trying to compete. It's great. Mr. Peterson in the 121 now. 7 laps down. Severson also 009, 10 laps down. With these two hammering out a little right front damage, as you can see on the 18. Crinkled in nose going on there, but that isn't slowed he or Elrod down as the race continues to go. Right here, two Toyotas out front. And with the side damage that earlier, 14, I'm sorry, the 44 Gallagher hasn't lost much ground and is continuing to hold on that right front damage, just trying to put himself in position, as they are going to have to pit here very shortly. Even after the first caution on the first lap, we run 23 straight. Doing a great job, these guys are. 44, ready to hit pit road. Gallinger comes in. Gets off to speed, and there he goes. So Gallinger on pit road, and looks like Dots and Jay Jordan right there as well. So we're going to follow along with Mr. Don Fryman with that right side damage. Now moving up to third place, depending on where he comes around the track right here. Sitting 44 seconds behind the race leaders. Gallinger off pit road. Let's see what happens. Dots pulls ahead of him, so here he is. Third place vehicle right there. Little Don Fryman doing a great job in that snap-on red truck. Good man for all. If you haven't met him or haven't spoken to him, he's one of the guys I see being primary league owner for a while. But right side damage, but still holding up there on the lead lap. Trying to give room to the faster vehicles, as he does right there. 121 going around him. And his older tires and all that damage. As Don gets up into the wall just a little bit. Slows down for the turn. Here he comes. Around turn one, back into fourth place, but still doing a great job. Closest car to him, 26.6 seconds behind Jay Jordan at number 19. Back up to our leaders. Let's see what's going on with them. They were nose to tail for a long time. Pocono Raceway is so pretty on this simulator. I like the way it looks. All the pine trees behind it. Speaking of Pocono, let's find out what Pocono's doing. Weather right here, partly cloudy, of course, right now. Wind speed 4 miles out of the west. Air temperature 77 degrees. Track info for you right here. 2.5 mile course, 3 turns. Considered a speedway, not a super speedway. Track temperature is 93 degrees. Out of a long pond. High up in the altitude, so these cars drive a little bit different. These trucks drive a little bit different right here. And a little bit about the race summary as we are moving along. Josh Klinger is your leader. 27 laps complete out of 75. 1 caution for 2 laps. 5 lead changes. It's only because these guys have battled back and forth to each other a little bit. Klinger and Elrod, 1 second lead over the teammate. As Gallinger looks to be a lap off now, and Dots 56 seconds off of the race lead right now. About to be lapped very shortly as things continue underway. Josh Klinger in the Duke Black Horse Toyota. Black Horse Auto Transport, of course, and always out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Make sure you get a hold of them if you need your vehicle moved from anywhere in the country. Find them on Facebook. Or talk to these guys. Josh Klinger started 7th, currently first place. Wasn't able to qualify. Session got advanced just a little fast there. Fastest lap, 58.784. But you see the difference right there as he's led 10 laps into the race. The difference from his fastest lap all the way down to what he is currently running with almost a 1 minute flat race lap. Jake Elrod, his teammate out of Georgia, started 10th. Again, one of those guys that couldn't do it. Fastest lap, 58.81. 881 right there, currently second place. Has led 7 laps today. Don Fryman now first car off the lead lap. Started fourth, currently third. Fastest lap, 1 minute, 1 second. Last lap, 106. Losing about 7 seconds a lap to our race leaders, but here to continue to compete. And things are going well as our top 2 have lapped the field. I'm going to take a vocal break. I'll be right back with you. Keep watching right here, and things are going to get interesting. We're going to see how these 2 teammates finish the race, as pit laps are going to be effective here in just a little bit. Right now, 2 teammates pitting together, speaking of which, and while they do, things are going to cycle around. So we will take this opportunity to mention one of my sponsors, and be right back with you.
Depend on Dependable Automotive and Towing when your vehicle needs service. They sell tires and have an oil change bay for quick service. For big or small repairs, Dependable wants you to be back on the road. Dependable Towing, on call anytime, can get you out of a bind and back on the road with towing, unlocks, and jump starts. Dependable Automotive and Towing tows for all shops and garages. When you need a hand with your car or truck, remember Dependable Automotive and Towing, now merged with Frederick's Muffler Shop located in Camdenton.
So if you're in the Midwest right here in the Lake of the Ozarks area, or anywhere in the state of Missouri, which is where I am from, you can give those guys a call. They do great work. They work on all my vehicles. One of the best in the area, so I want to make sure I continue to mention them. They have sponsored me throughout a few things. The 2 teammates missed the pit stop, or missed their pit boxes and had to both back up, and 14 of Elrod out front, and then Klinger right there behind him. So as things cycle around, first car, that puts 3 cars back on the lead lap. Rawlings at number 13 right there as well, 1 lap down. Gallinger 4 laps down to the number 44 machine, 121 of Peterson still out there in the pit boxes, as these 2 are going to race side by side. Not side by side, nose to tail. Thinking out loud there, thinking out loud. And there is Rawlings right there. Looks to be right behind the race leaders. Some of that damage fixed on his on the right side of his vehicle right there. What about what he is doing? Started 6th, currently 6th. Fastest lap, 59.804. So not far off of the race leaders. And now running a 102 in comparison to what our race leaders are running right now. So back up to the leaders. You see, after completing their pit stops, both cars coming around. We'll see what their relative is when it comes to what kind of laps they are running. Last lap, 59.552, so everybody's running kind of similar laps as you see the exit of turn of the 13 back there. Of the 13 exiting turn 5. Turn all that stuff down so that way you can hear a little bit of everything. Still appreciate everybody out there watching on all of the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all over the place. We multi-stream a lot. And if you want to be featured or would like your races broadcasted, or just need a broadcast personality, voiceover, whatever you need, get a hold of me, signatureesports.com. That's where you can go to find out information about some of these drivers. As we are continuing to build our platform, we're growing pretty rapidly, so we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to continue to watch not only their favorite drivers, but what we do as a whole. And the more watchers we have, the faster that we can, one, monetize, two, provide more equipment and opportunities for drivers as well. Also, if you want to register for our tournament coming up on the 26th, you should be able to do so as well there. As these two teammates continue to go side by side, we'll see who's going to pass who right here. Looks like the 18 to Klinger ready to go out front. Elrod, number 14, falls back in line, and now it's 1-2 teammates again. '18 with a 1 second lead over his teammate right there in the 14. Trying to get you guys some more information to fill some of the time. Pocono is such a long raceway that I want to make sure that we keep these guys very interested. Or keep you guys very interested. And not only that, but it's given me an opportunity because of the clean racing that we're having to continue to try to work on the issues that I had with the computer yesterday, which is, sad to say, not great things. GPU issues, which is always something to work on. Sunday Night Racing still going on right here with the Not Ready for Sunday Night Racing League, and good things to come. To those who are patient,
Jay, sorry to butt in on you, but the leader said you can pull him in for chat if you want.
that's what happens when it's live. That was a race controller right there, letting me know that I can pull in all of our drivers that are driving around up front. So we got Klinger and Elrod right there trying to make things work. But I wanted to talk about this right here. It's a $2,000 added tournament. Facebook.com and searching your events, the Signature Cup Tournament. It's an iRacing tournament from June 26th to 28th, $20 per driver, double elimination, fixed setups, 250 driver limit, only because we want to make sure that we are fair to everybody out there, and payouts are going to be dependent on participants and additional sponsors that we have. Thank you to 46 Branding Company and locally for putting up some good sponsorship things for us, and of course, always to everybody out there watching. You guys make this happen, and that's what's going to happen. First or fifth paid. It's going to be great. It's going to start out at Daytona International Speedway, and then it's going to end up going to Bristol, and then what else? We're going to Bristol, and then we're going to Kansas Speedway, then Charlotte, and then to Phoenix ISM right afterwards. You see the two teammates right there trying to swap spots, and number 18 falls back into second place. Let's see. Let's bring in one of these two. Might as well. Alrighty, are you guys bored with that out front driving, or how are you guys doing? You guys doing a great time. Those Toyotas are fast out front.
Oh, you know, Jason, we're just kind of hanging out together. I mean, just trying to turn some laps for now and figure out what's been happening out front with the track. Everybody's still trying to figure it out in these early laps here, but yeah, these Black Horse Auto Transport Tundras are fast as heck. I mean, we're pretty consistent too, I guess. So pit strategy comes into play a little bit with being such a long race, but we're just kind of putting laps down right now.
Yeah, right along with Josh Klinger right now in the number 18 Duke machine right there, that Black Horse Auto Transport. Lots of conversations with Mr. Todd Klinger up there. That's it's always a good job for a sponsorship. You know, he's doing a great job with you too, and getting you guys coached in as well. So you've got some real world racing experience, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we were talking about that. You drive in real life as well. So, the young man going to Duke University. Well, I'm going to move back to your partner back there, and we're going to talk to him. I'm going to try to see if I can run through the field with people out there driving.
Yeah, 10-4, Jason. Always good to hear from you.
Always. Josh Klinger, your race leader right there. The number 18 Duke machine with Black Horse Auto Transport Racing Team. And all of those guys doing fantastic jobs. Let's see where we're going. We will take a step back into Jake Elrod, number 14, right here in the Georgia Bulldogs Black Horse Toyota Tundra. So you guys have swapped positions back and forth quite a few times, and you are currently our points leader in this league. Are you going to let him have it, or are you going to apply the pressure towards the end?
I'm going to apply the pressure towards the end. Right now, we're just teammates. We're trying not to race each other too hard. But hopefully, towards the end, we can get up there and make a run for it.
You both have got some fast Toyotas out there. Some unfortunate bumps in the wall from some of the other drivers as well. But you guys seem to work from last to first and second, and doing a great job out there.
I want to give a shout out to my sponsors as well. Black Horse Auto Transport out of Charlotte, North Carolina. You can find them on Facebook for any transporting needs you might have.
Anybody else for you?
That's all.
That's it. That's all right.
Shout out to Jason for getting this scheme up for me tonight as well.
Yeah, we ran the last minute right there. So DeWalt Tools, we're gonna give a big shout out because that big red DeWalt logo is on the back as well. Those guys do great things out there, and you guys are running great laps. Keep up the good work. I'll put you back, and we're gonna talk to.
Appreciate it, Jason.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome always. Two teammates giving shout outs to their sponsors, running first and second, and you heard it here. He's going to make sure that he applies the pressure toward the end. Let's move on back. Mr. Shane Shepard has moved up to third. Let's see if we can talk to him. With all of the fancy things that we can do now on this big, long track. Shane Shepard, how are you doing out there in that number 4 machine, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Hey, speak up for me real quick. I know that you're driving, but I want to make sure we get with you as well. It's a long track, and you've moved yourself up to 3rd place right now.
Had a little incident there on the first lap, but trying to dig back. A couple laps down, it looks like, so doing the best.
Well, I've got you right now. It's only showing me as you having being 1 lap down. So maybe something will happen here. Pit strategy will work out for you. But keep running a good race. You got a clean-looking race truck right there. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Maybe my wife. She might be watching. Jenny. Hello.
If she's out there, Jenny, make sure that you root for this guy. Go on one of our channels and put a comment in everything, and I'll make sure that Shane hears it. And if not, he'll hear it later for sure. Good luck on the rest of your race, buddy. Shane Shepard, number 4, currently 3rd place right there. Doing a great job of keeping his truck off the wall. He did get wrapped up in a little incident earlier, but still not doing a bad job. We always have to go back to this guy. Oh, I have to give a big shout out to Mr. Shepard as well. That dude can donate some money. So, by the way, if you get an opportunity, go down to our Twitch page. There's a donate button right there, and you can donate to the cause, not just to the channel, but a lot of that money goes to help us support local charities and local non-for-profits here in my area. And if you guys have anybody that you want me to promote or to work with to raise money for, make sure you get a hold of me through Facebook and or my email. It's jason.followell@signatureesports.com, and we will put something together for you as well. Let's move on to Mr. Shane Shepard. We're going to move him, or not Shane Shepard, Jay Jordan, into the broadcast booth. Jay Jordan, of course, sitting in 4th place right now, 1 lap down, and you are catching up to the number 4 right now. Buddy, how are you doing in that 19 Flame Chevy?
It's been a struggle. I got a definite push on it and have to go light around the corners, but we're starting to get it figured out.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. A little right side damage on you, but nothing too I would say drastic or serious. Pit strategy is always going to play a factor here. So, anyone you want to give a shout out to while you're taking the corner there?
Yeah, we have one more pit stop to go, so hopefully I can make that work to my advantage.
You got a lap back on that last pit stop that these guys took, so you're doing a great job, and your interval's not too bad. You're racing right now. Your laps are pretty consistent with what the race leaders are doing back and forth. So, good job. Keep it up, and I'll put you back where you were, bub.
You have a good day.
You as well, Jay Jordan. That number 19 Flame Machine right there, doing a great job around the track as well. We got to talk to the man, the myth, the legend, if we can do it. Let's see if he is in here. I do not see him. Well, big shout out to our 5th place car, Mr. Don Fryman, running a great race out there as well. We will take a look. Someone you guys don't get to hear from very often. We're going to talk to him real quick. We're going to pop into race control right here. We're going to talk to the man behind the scenes, Mr. Robert Butcher. Also, if you see it on your screen, he's the number 54 race controller right there. He also races in another league. But how is your race going so far right now, Mr. Butcher?
Oh, it's been uneventful, that's for sure. We had that one yellow flag up there at the beginning. Just a little sideways action there between them, but other than that, it's been a pretty good race, really. They're holding their own, and it's like some of them are starting to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, some of the tire wear and pit strategy is a big key factor here. So they're going to have to at least pit one more time before now and the end of the race. Usually about every 25 laps, it's a good time to pit. And those leaders, those Toyotas are fast out front. Looks like Klinger's got about a 4.5 second lead over everybody right now. But tell everybody just a little bit about what you look for when it comes to race control with iRacing.
With iRacing, when it comes to race control, the main thing you're looking for is them wrecks. Watch what they're doing on it, but you got to keep an eye out also on a restart, what your pace car is doing and where they're in line or passing the pace car before you start, plus what they do on the restart. If they pass each other, get a little too far ahead on the left side and pass somebody before the green, or if they pass them on the right side after a green, that'd be a black flag on them. But pretty much the rest of it's just keeping them in line.
The guy that's always in charge is the guy usually behind the scenes, and you never really hear anything from him. So I wanted to bring you in and talk to you about what race control for even a small race is still kind of the same thing. For the bigger races, we've had a 35 car field where you've race controlled and did a great job with that as well. So just got to bring you in every once in a while. I hear from the guys behind the scenes, so we appreciate you. I'll jump back where I belong and let you keep watching these guys.
All right, we'll catch you all later and be good.
Will do, always. Mr. Robert Butcher, the race controller right there, doing a great job keeping everything going. He watches out to see if somebody spins out and gets in the way on the track. He makes sure to stop everybody and slow them up. Also is in charge of penalties if something happens right there. He is basically the second set of eyes, or I'm his second set of eyes. Sometimes he listens right here live to make sure that if I see something before he does, then he can jump to it as well. And that happens with a lot of race controllers out there where they do have the opportunity to take some time to look and see what's going on while I'm doing what I'm doing here. So here's a long look at what's going on with the 18 and the 14, Klinger and Elrod, the two teammates right there. You see that long front stretch where trucks get up to right around 186 to 190 miles an hour if they are not in the draft, and if they're in the draft, they get a little faster than that. Cup cars I've seen do 208 miles an hour on this simulation. So very fast to get down there to that corner. You basically have to come down to 140, 145 from a hard break into the nose. And coming around the backstretch right here, things usually end up, you just let off the gas just a little bit. When you reach the apex, you're right back into it, and you only slow down to right about 160, and then you jump into the gas again to be about 184. Or 174 right here at the start of the turn right here. And as he continues the exit of turn 5, back to the front stretch, 160, picking up to 171. That is how you do it. And the gap closing between Klinger and Elrod. Gained a second back on that turn, but I am going to let you guys watch for a little bit. I'm going to grab I like my water breaks. And I'll be right back with you. Keep watching right here with Signature Esports with the Not Ready for Sunday Night Race League right here on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube and all of just everywhere. Let's bring up, make sure that we see logos and also make sure that you know that we are live. Appreciate you. System's still getting worked back out from the issues I had just the other day. So appreciate you. I'll be right back with you. You saw the gap decrease there for a little bit. Klinger's still out front. Elrod was Went from 3.7 seconds and now just screamed around the corner as the 13 is going to now lead. Elrod out front, Klinger in second position. What's going on there? Maybe they're getting ready to pit. 53 laps to be completed here in just a second as 1 second lead out front for the 14 of Elrod. They took a little bit of extra time right there. Guy that next to him, make sure that. Thank you very much for watching out there on all the platforms. I like my streamers. I like all you out there. You make this fun and worth it for me, including the awesome racing. 1.8 seconds as going on with that blue Toyota. Setting back and taking some time, conserving those times. First car off the lead lap, still Shane Shepard number 4. Love and life. Not ready for Sunday night racing. Here, we got 3 of our cars that came off the track. Now, we got the 13 of Cody Rawlings' last car on the track right now. The 44 of Gallagher, the 121 of Peterson, and the 009 of Severson. Waiting for their points for running. Ooh, got down to the grass there a little bit. The 14 of Elrod did. Well, off the track motion. You see the gap kind of consistently staying 1.4, 1.5 right there. 1.6 now back to 1.5 as the two enter turn 3. The back part of the triangle right there. 1.1 seconds as Klinger speeds back up. Elrod sticking it down to the bottom. Run the track around. Getting close as they come to the line. It'll be 20 to go right here from POCONO, or E-Legacy POCONO. On Signature Esports and signatureesports.com, twitch.tv/JL follow, and of course, and always YouTube, Signature Esports. You gotta search for that in your search bar, hit the like and notification bell, and that's where you'll get it. Appreciate it. Give us a like and share on Facebook and all of those platforms, and so we can grow with you, and then we will be bringing all the action. I am very excited for our January tournament, but more specifically, I'm still really excited for what we're doing this week with, or not this week, but the 26th and through the 28th, where we have our $2,000 added tournament right there. Chance for one of 250 drivers to walk away with some big cash. I'm sorry, top 5 will walk away with some cash. But that race winner is going to be the one that's going to love it right there. Payouts will be released the day before the tournament begins. It's going to be a long tournament, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And, we'll be reaching everybody this week, and spots will fill up as we get closer. We've got a few drivers that have registered right now, but have not put that they were going on Facebook. But we will get that all sorted out and situated for everybody. Like to do big shout out to all of the sponsors of all of the people that drive, not just in this platform, but also the sports as the little bit of squiggle, a little bit of wiggle right there from the 18, almost getting into the back of the 14 right there as he tries to take the lead back away from Elrod. He does so. Two teammates working together, but almost got into the rear of each other as now things seem to be single file once again. We're down to lap 58. Clean trucks so far. These guys are running. Jay Jordan back out there in third place. Don Fryman in 36, right there in fourth place. Shane Shepard in fifth. Cody Rawlings in sixth. As things are continuing to roll, looks like Severson's going to finish ninth. Peterson's going to finish eighth. There's not enough laps left. Finishing positions currently, and Gallinger. Might be right there where he is at. But it's good to see everybody out there on the racetrack, still trying to give it their all. 6 cars still out there racing right now. Right now they're racing for points. That's the biggest thing. Points do count. Winner gets some money. It's going to be huge for everybody, as you see. It's like Dots coming into pit, or Craig Rawlings coming into pit road right there. That's what it looks like, at least. I could be wrong. Changing that 19 out there, trying to flirt with the leaders as they come into pit road. These leaders still have to pit, but they're trying to make pit strategy work for them with 16 laps to go. Catching up social media stuff right there. Share some stuff over. I appreciate everybody out there still watching. All of our favorite platforms doing a great job. The 18 of Klinger and the 14 of Elrod coming to pit road right now. Wanted to make sure they had a great lead. As you see Shane Shepard out there in that number 4 machine going around trying to catch those laps up as these guys head down pit road. Whoa, black screen. Don't mind that. A lot of fun. We're going to catch up with Shane Shepard riding around right there. That dude is amazing. Give him some big props. And his wife Jennifer, if you're out there listening, he says hello. Remember that, and make sure you put that in the stream so that way he can say hello as well. This car 1 lap down, and he's going to come around and try to gain some of that speed back up. Running excellent lap times. Clean off the wall, doing a great job, Shane Shepard right there. Everybody out there is having a great Sunday evening. Got to start tomorrow. It's going to be a hard thing. Jay Jordan on pit road right now to get some toppage back off. But there's Shane Shepard for you as Klinger and Elrod are back on the track. Catch back up with our leaders as Elrod wants to make it interesting. And the first go. Coming around the corner right there. There's still a chance something to wreck before the start-finish line and never get to cross it. It's a possibility. It is a game. It's not a game, it's a simulation. It makes people happy. That's exactly what I was told, and that's why I actually race myself. So, a lot of fun, and a lot of good things that do happen. But those Black Horse Toyotas have been fast all day, and I want to remind everybody that everybody starts with the same setup as far as what's set up to run a fixed setup right here with the cars. So it may be a little different according to the brand. So Toyota runs a certain setup. Every Toyota in this race runs the same setup. And likewise with the Chevys and the Fords, it's the same concept. So you never know who you're going to win or who you're going to race, but you're going to know that everybody pretty much has a level playing field. The difference is making the that happens is the 14 gets a little loose coming out of turn 5, and the 18 of Klinger there to capitalize on that. But the best thing about this is that when you get two vehicles on it, especially on a speedway like this, where you're drafting together, so they do link up and work well together. The same that goes with the Cup cars, which we've got a couple of leagues that are getting ready to start Cup cars. The only day I will not be broadcasting is Wednesdays, because I'm taking Wednesdays for all the other fun stuff that you guys have me doing, and do some paint schemes, all kinds of stuff. And I work on graphics and new promotional material, which I put out pretty much every Wednesday, and just great things coming, a lot of bigger things coming as well, especially we're trying to make sure that what we do in January, what we build up to that, is going to be worth it for everybody. We want to put up $100,000 for a tournament. We want to make sure that we get everybody involved that can be involved, and we're going to do it live. Everybody's still going to be racing online. You're still going to be able to watch the streams and everything, but we're going to make them all come to us, and we're going to be in one location. We're going to let everybody strap in like the World Series of Poker, and they're going to have some fun. Formula One can do it. I can't Signature Esports. Just saying. I may not be Formula One, but we are growing, and we want to make sure that we're having such a great time doing it. And we can't do it without you guys out there making sure that everything happens the way it does. And if you want to be part of our growing team, of course, and I'm always looking for people to broadcast with. Also, if you want to take some of our stream and take some of our logos and stuff like that, and you want to broadcast for yourself, I've got tools and all kinds of things for you to be able to do so. So just get a hold of me on Facebook, or go to our website, signatureesports.com. Click the management section and find my name, email me, and currently, though, Klinger out front, Elrod, number 2, Shepard, and that number 4 machine, he is sitting 3rd place comfortably. In between the field with Dotson 4th and Jay Jordan in 5th. He's doing a great job. Very clean race, only one caution for 2 laps on the first lap, which kind of shook everything up. That's why you see what you see right now. Everybody's just driving around nice and peacefully like it's Sunday. Very funny. 18 out front by almost a second. And these guys have been kind of conservative a little bit. As they come to line in, it's going to be 10 to go right here from Legacy Pocono, the E-Pocono, with iRacing.com. Oh, man. Now you see what they're doing. They're going to compete just a little bit with 10 to go. 18 trying to make that high line work. The 14 making the low line stick. He's going to make the pass on the inside. Get in the grass just a little bit, Elrod does. But these two are going to make it interesting as we come down to the end of the race. Very shortly, 9 laps to go, just under 9 minutes if you're counting by ticker. We're going to have a lot of fun as we get to the end. As long as nobody wrecks, it should be good. Good to go. Everybody's got gas and tires all the way to the end, as the 18 is going to make it interesting and try to take the inside again. Maybe no, it does not. But does get to the rear bumper, tries to dive down to get a little bit of clean air on the nose of that vehicle, and then we are off. Inside and the outside of turn 4 and 5 as they hit to the front stretch, nose and tail, 14 and 18. And the 18 is going to take it right there. Teammates working together as we come down to the end. Trying to see where he might pass on the inside. If he doesn't pass on the inside, he might be able to work until the end. Front. So 2 teammates still looking for wins, but also good drivers as we are continuing to move forward. So great opportunities for everybody to be a part of all of this right here. Signature Esports is going to try to also do a Signature Cup League the week after July 4th. So we're planning on starting it that Friday, which is the day stop taking enrollments. We will continue to recruit, but we're going to do an open setup. You bring your setup and the car that you want to run, and we're going to have some fun with that and continue to grow with that as well. So an open set. A lot of people have been tired of the fixed setup races, but we're going to try an open setup league and see who can dominate at what track. The Coca-Cola series also does that as well. We want to make sure that we can be as competitive as possible, not just our drivers and not just what's going on here. Like, we've got two very competitive drivers, but the incident took out to everything. We want to make sure that you can fix your car and get it back to the front, and these guys. More stuff about that to follow, more information. We do have two Toyotas out front, followed by Shane Shepard and War Machine driving another Toyota. So 3 Toyotas out front. Then Don Fryman, Mr. Dots, past Jay Jordan for 4th place again. Driving, take a guess at it, a Toyota. 4 Toyotas out front. And then we're going to go back to Jay Jordan. Who wants to guess? Chevy. Just saying. I like the Chevy. I like the body of the Silverado better than Toyota, even though Toyotas are fast and they are a good vehicle. I am a very, very happy camper with the way that the Chevy Silverado looks in iRacing. Not only in iRacing, but on the track as well in real life. Leaders are still out front. And they're about to have some lap traffic in front of them as they're catching up to Rawlings, and it looks like Mr. Dotson and Shane Shepard out there as well. We're going to see it here pretty soon as 18 tries to beat to the inside, but goes to the outside of the 14. 14 gets a little bit loose. 18 carrying a faster speed on the eye line. And he's going to take, and we're going to see who's going to get it. 14 to them, wins the race at the line. 6 laps to go. Legacy Pocono right here. Vocal break. We're going to come right back as soon as everything works out. Getting close to the end. Less than 5 minutes, guys. We're going to have a winner. And the 18 are out front. Lap the field. First car not on the lead lap currently. Shane Shepard, number 4. He is 1 lap down. Mr. Don Fryman, the Dots 36. He is 2 laps down. Jay Jordan just now goes 3 laps down whenever they cross the start-finish line. Still out there running in 6th place. So Cody Rawlings gonna have a nice little 6th place finishes. Cycle, as you see, the 18 trying to peek to the inside of the 14 and does so with good success. 14 still carrying that high line up there in the sneaky. Going to carry a lot of speed on the exit as he gets right to the bumper, or very close to it, of the 18 carrying the high line. Might have an opportunity to use that to the advantage. 14 gets a little lower than the 18. 18 runs that middle 3rd line on the exit of turn 2. Come down the backstretch. 14 carrying a much lower line there. So I think he's still working out as we continue to go forward. 18 carrying down. 14 going to be higher. Ooh, a little slicker on that line there. You saw both of them kind of get loose there, but they're both running the same line. Dive to the inside of the 18. 18 going to have to carry into the bumper right there. That is the way that you do it if you're going to try to make a move coming on the front stretch, which could happen very, very, very shortly. 3 to go right here from Legacy Phoenix. Everybody takes turn 1. Same line, 14 carrying a little lower line, 18 running a mid-third to the low line now, both exiting at the same time, 18 carrying more speed because of the draft. Got a little loose there. Something shaking there a little bit. It's coming 18. 18-14, working each other right here. 2 teammates. One and 2. About to apply the pressure as they cross the line. It'll be 2 to go right here from Phoenix. Look how close they are. Right along with Elrod right there, but we're going to ride along with the 18. They were nose to tail. Gyro. Take the high line. 14 goes low. Woo! Loose right there, but does make it stick. You see these two side by side on the inside. 14 has got the outer line, or the inner line. 18 trying to make that outside stick. It does. They are side by side racing right now. So right along the finger. And number 18, we're going to switch back to Elrod, who is on the inside. He's going to take the inside line. Great job exiting to the acceleration right here, so he doesn't get loose. Well, side-by-side racing, 14, that one. White flag does wave, last lap right here at virtual POCONO Raceway. 14 and the 18 out front by a good stretch. You see a little checkup right there for the 18. He's going to take the inside route, fall back, step back inside, and check up. And lose a little bit of excess speed right there. 14 out front currently as we're riding along. These 2 trucks right here running 1 or 2. What happens when we come around here? We are getting into turn 3. We're into turn 4 out of the exit of turn 5. Coming down to the front stretch. I don't think the 18 has anything for the 14 of the Elrod. Not yet. Oh, there's your race winner. Congratulations to Jake Elrod, the number 14. As those 2 are back and forth a little bit there. Congratulations to 1-2 finish right there. Excellent racing by the both of them. Shane Shepard doing a great job as well to hold on to 3rd place. Don Fryman, Don's 36, you see in that number 36 machine. Having a great day as well. As you see, the Wild Horse Racing team doing a great job at keeping themselves together. Okay. While we wait for circle around, I think they're going to have a team celebration there, but we're going to pull in everybody together. Like I said, you guys had a great race strategy, but Mr. Elrod, congratulations right there on another win right here in the series. You guys going to do a team burnout? Is that what you're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Fantastic.
These tires, man, after I've got loose a couple times. Tires after 15, 20 laps is shaky. Coming out of 3, it gets to be pretty rough.
We were watching you both, and when you wouldn't do it, he would do it. So
yeah,
it was definitely fun. Congratulations on the win, and I know we've got another track next week. I don't have that stuff pulled up in front of me, but I know that you.
Oh, we're going to Dover next week.
Dover, fantastic. Hey, I like Dover. Dover's a little short track racing. There's going to be a few more wrecks there, but practice is all this week, and you do a great job. And you guys have got another race tomorrow.
Yep. We got No Limit tomorrow, so in the ARCA carts at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, Watkins Glen, and it's going to be very, very, very fun for everybody to watch that. So we will see you all tomorrow. Congratulations!
And I want to thank my sponsors again one more time. Black Horse Auto Transport out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and then we got DeWalt is a good sponsor as well. So we appreciate all of them up there. And appreciate it up there with you, Jason.
Oh, fantastic. You guys always do a great job. We appreciate you. Just blew your engine.
Yep.
We'll put you back where you were, and congratulations once again. There he is, Mr. Jake Elrod, your race winner and runner-up. The number 18, Shane Shepard right there. Or not Shane Shepard, Josh Klinger. How you doing, Klinger?
Doing all right. It was a real good race. I mean, Jake and I were teammates until the last couple laps. I'm sure you saw us get real swirly there at the end.
Yep.
But I couldn't get a run on him out of 4. Tried to make it interesting on him, but Jake's a real good teammate. We got a real good sponsor going this weekend, Black Horse Auto Transport. So big shout out to them. But if I could, I would have challenged Jake more for the win there. But just didn't have enough for him coming out of turn 3.
Yeah, we saw that you guys were doing a great job, and I thought you guys would at least be side by side. But he did take turn 4 and turn 5 pretty aggressively in that end. He said he got a little bit squirrely as well. So, but great job on the race, on a second place finish, and I know that we'll see you next week at Dover.
Yes, sir. And we got Watkins Glen coming up tomorrow for No Limit Racing as well.
Yep. We've got that. We have that broadcast tomorrow, so you'll be a part of that. Shout out to anybody for you out there.
Just shout out to Duke University for letting me put their big old logo on the hood. Sophomore there this year, so I'd love to get back to school in August and figure out how my racing can go from there. DeWalt as well. It's the tools I use on my car. And, big shout out to you, for continually broadcasting all these things for us.
Well, we try to do our best, especially for everybody. We're building for that January tournament as well. And make sure you guys share all that stuff out there as well. We're going to have a great time. And you're in that tournament coming up here in a couple of weeks, right?
I should be, yeah. If my schedule works out, I'll be there with you.
Yeah, we've got a lot of you guys that are very interested in it, so we appreciate that as well. But big shout out to you and everybody continuing to having a place for me to be, and good luck on your race tomorrow at Watkins Glen.
Appreciate it, Jason, as always.
As always, Mr. Klinger right there. We're going to put him back in where he was at. And as he is burning down the house right there, second place finish for him. We're going to move over one more time to our third place finisher. Only finished a lap down, but did a great job. The number 4 of Shane Shepard. Mr. Shepard, you are an incredible person. Always thank you for everything that you do. And how was it running to the end? Only one lap down, so you were actually there to compete.
Yeah, like I said, that first lap there obviously was kind of a mistake there, but in such a big track like it is, it was hard to catch back up to those guys. And Jake were on fire out there. So, they did a good job. I did the best I could, try to recover what I did. So.
Well, you did a very decent job of doing that. You came all the way back, and you were right there with the leaders toward the end. So I think that if you had that extra lap back, you would have definitely done it. So a very, very good job out there. Make sure you give a big shout out to your wife again one more time for me.
Yeah, definitely. Jenny, she is watching. She's she's listening in on it right now. So
yeah. Well, very, very good. I said hello to her to make sure that, she knows that we're actually communicating. I know that she knows we're communicating. But congratulations on a third-place finish right there. That's going to bump you up nicely in points as well. And we will see you next week. Are you going to be running any races this week that people should tune in for?
I help Daniel with the Friday night slingers race. I admin that pretty much for him. That starts around 8 o'clock on Fridays. That might be something that people can.
Yeah, that's the ISBC, right? That's who they have to go and look at to find that, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, I'll put a link in the description a little bit later. I've got his contact information. He and I chat back and forth too. So, there are no enemies in this line of work. It's a thankless job. No, it's not. It's a very welcoming job, and we'll make sure we put all that stuff in the feed. We want all of our drivers and all of our esports platforms out there to be able to be comfortable enough to do that as well. Congratulations on the third place finish, and we're going to see you next week.
Okay, thank you very much, Jason.
You're welcome. Dover's next week, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to have a lot of fun, and Mr. Shane Shepard right there doing a great job at keeping himself out of trouble. Only one lap down, but did do a great job. Mr. J. Jordan as well, doing a great job. I was trying to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Don, but that guy is not in my general chat right now. So I appreciate all of you out there watching, and of course, and always, you guys do a great job at keeping things rolling for me. Without you, I wouldn't be here. So big thank you. Like, share, subscribe on all of our platforms, and look out for new merch, new all kinds of stuff coming up every Wednesday. And then tomorrow, No Limit Racing Thunder Series at the ARCA Chevy Malibus. Tame Watkins Glen, if you can imagine, they are ready to go. They've been practicing all week, and that's going to be an interesting race tomorrow. So I appreciate every one of you out there, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep loving each other, and share that love this way. Appreciate you all. Have a great, great, great night.